So, what's this all about? Vaesen, Alchemy? Well, you might know both of these, but Vaesen is one of my all-time favorite games. It's just a gorgeous game. The artwork is great, the mood is great, it's much more cheerful, almost, or positive, or optimistic, whatever you want to call it, than Cthulhu, or many other horror games, so I really like it. And one of the things when you play online is you're trying to actually get the mood right. And I think that Alchemy, who have just actually released this first implementation, beta, I hasten to add, of the Vaesen enhanced version of Alchemy, I think they're getting it right. So it's here. You can see the first scene, and I'm going to go back and show you what's in the package currently. But I think this is really cool, and it works really well. So I hope the music is okay and not too loud. Please let me know if it is too loud in the stream, and I'll turn it down a bit. But for the first bit, the music is going to stop anyway, because we're going to go out of the game and we're going back to Alchemy as it comes. So if you wanted to buy content in Alchemy, they deliver it in something they call universes. And you can see I've got a few here included in my previous backings and purchases. But here at the bottom right, this is something that just arrived yesterday. So let's have a look at what's included. So basically you get the text. You've got the content here of the book, and it's in chapters. And for example, if I go into skills, the skills chapter, you can see how it works. So they re-rendered the whole text, they ingested it. So it's not the PDF, it's not like reading a PDF. You've got all the content there, but of course it's electronically. So you've got it in the whole chapter basically in one long page, and you have to scroll down. You can jump to things here on the side. The index is quite useful for that. This is not directly available in game, currently at least. So you would have to have a second window open with it on the side. But a browser window would do for that, so it's not a big deal. I think you can use it basically, but if you wanted to share it with the players, I still have to work out how to do it. I think you should be able to. Players of your games can also use the reference information. I'm just not sure about the granularity, whether you can basically keep some chapters from them. But if I go back to the universe, I might be able to sort it out actually. No, there's no configuration here. Anyway, so you can see it's quite nice. You've got the archetypes, for example, as individual documents. If you wanted to share that with the players during character creation, you should be able to do. You have the setting, you've got the Vaesen chapter here, you've got the mystery, you've got the Dance of Dreams, but only currently as a text. So these maps, for example, are not actually integrated yet into the game mode, which is a bit of a pity. So I would have liked to see this as a tactical map, but that might come. As I said, they're not quite done with this yet. You've got the portraits here, which you can look at, and you can also embed in other documents so you can show them in the game. You should be able to at least. But these characters are actually configured. So don't want to spoil too much, so won't dwell on this one. You also have some background tables. This is for rolling the background of your character. And they are currently, again, pure text. The character generation is something that they're working on, a generator, but currently you can use these with dice on the table because there's no die rolling tool here in this mode. So that's what you get in the package, but actually some of the coolest stuff is in the scenes. So these are the scenes that come with the package, and I'm going to show you them in a minute. But any assets that they use, so the background pictures and the overlays and the animations, they are also separately available. So if you right-click here, for example, Vaesen Manor, left-click first, you can see it's a floaty curtain and chandelier, and behind that, basically, this is an overlay. Behind that, you put a picture. So this is framed by the picture. You can not just use it here. You can right-click on it and download it, and you could, for example, overlay it over your OBS if you wanted to. So let's hop back into the world. Yeah, you can see voice and video chat is available. I'm just not using it. I'm using other things for this currently, but I might use that once the streamer mode comes out, which should be in a few weeks. So this is the first scene. So basically they took the artwork, they cut it out, and then started wibbling around the different elements. A bit of a layered painting, that makes sense. You could get them. Effect. You've got the... let's go from the top. You've got Creepy Hollow. You can hear the music is currently always the same. So it's not the full soundtrack that's included here, but you could in theory upload it yourself. A nifty trick here on the music, by the way, is they've got this sound mixer for any Alchemy Enhanced title. So there's basically 3 tracks running, and you can balance them out. And you can say, okay, I want this track a bit more. Turn the music up. So you got the cello and whatever else it is, spinet. Something like that. Over there you got the drums. And something else, it's more dramatic. Down there it's a bit spookier because it's a bit quieter. So you can adjust it to your mood. Yeah, and this triangle is supposed to be there in every enhanced version. You can also have ambience music. Or ambience, not sure there's any that's here. Yeah. Can you hear it? Hooting owls in the background? I can hear it. So this mixer basically allows you to configure that. Right, graveyard scene, that's pretty cool. Again, you've got the overlay at the front. Let's not go through all of them, but this one is quite cool. I like this one. And these are only examples here. You can configure your own scenes with your own background on overlays. It's not a big deal to do that at all, but you can use these overlays. And this one is really cool, I think. I love that overlay. I already downloaded it. Begone Foul Beast. Yeah. Not sure why they spell foul with W, because he doesn't look like he's really feathered beastie. Only there's one feather in the cap. And they are bat wings, they're not feathered. So I wouldn't call him foul. Or the energy vortex. Now here I actually just removed the overlay because I thought it was a bit much. But if I wanted to add it in, I probably need to take the music down. Did that help? There we go. So if I wanted to add that back in, I would go here. I would go to Edit and Motion Effects. I could just find one, and here, for example, it was a Vaesen fight, I think, that I actually took out of it. Vaesen fight. And there's Vaesen fight plus. So you can see all that hectic stuff now, claw marks going everywhere, and if I take the music right down and the ambience up, yeah, that's quite calm. It's a crypt sound, I think. But yeah, you can see, you can actually configure your own files here to mix if you wanted to, if you really want to get into it. So, you definitely have the chance here to create moods and scenes, and you can overlay maps. Let me show you one I've done here. It's not the actual map for it, of course. I just used a map. So if you wanted a tactical map, for example, over the top, you can then switch to tactical mode, and then you can see this map. This is a Conan map for my game this week coming. Yeah, and then you can have your characters here in the middle. It's only one NPC, but it allows us to have a look at the character sheet. So you get your attributes up here, you get the skills down the side, short description, a link to an article that describes what a Rosicrucian, no, it's not that. Whatever it is, Rosie something is, but you can't easily get back from here, I think. I thought I had fixed that. So if I wanted to go back to game, I'm now out of the game, I have to go back in. So, where was I? I was trying to show you the tactical map and the character sheet. So let me go back to my NPC. View it. Yeah, that's not a huge lot here in the character sheet. You can adjust it, you can change it about a bit. You can see the equipment here, any trackers set up for them. These are just conditions. They are not, at this point, telling you which conditions they are. So that's something I think they would need to implement at some point soon. And actions for the character. Now the actions, you can't see them here very well, but let me show you how you could roll for this. So if I play this guy, my bottom left corner changes, and you've got the attributes and you've got the skills. So for example, if I said he needed to do ranged combat, you click on ranged combat, in the middle here it changes about, you can say check, and it rolls. Yeah, and they need to fix this because currently it says that a 1 is a failure. It's not true in Vaesen, but I had a 1, a 2, 5, 5, 2. Right, so that's not good. I'm going to re-roll. So pushes are in since yesterday, and my push roll says the 1 was kept the 1. Again, Vaesen doesn't do that. And the 2 was a 2, the 5 went to 3, the 5 went to 4, the 2 went to 2. So basic pushing is there. I keep pushing as much as I like, but any 1s will stay 1s. And then finally, I get 1-6. So as I said, the stickiness of the 1s needs to be removed. That's not how Vaesen works. But yeah, you can play with it, definitely. I have got a con game coming up in about 3 weeks' time, right at the end of the month. But I'll keep an eye on this, but I think I'm probably going to use Foundry this time. But yeah, this is very promising. What do you think? Is this going to be good? Is this useful, this sort of stuff? Or would you rather have let's say, a fully featured VTT like Fenstergrams or Foundry, or a slightly less fully featured like Roll20? I quite like this. Anyway, I wanted to keep it short, but if you have any questions on the chat, then please pop them in. Or any comments once this is on YouTube, because it will be. And, well, however you want to enjoy your game, I hope you really try out Vaesen, because it's definitely worth it. I'll see you soon. Farewell for now.